Hi, beautiful souls. Davorka here again, and let's talk about today about borrowing somebody else's belief or faith in you when you need that and when you don't trust yourself. So, what does this mean? And I actually posted something regarding this in my Facebook group, and I got quite interesting response. And I understood that maybe people can understand this from wrong perspective. Okay, so this is just me trying to put things into perspective because this is a tool, and I'm calling this a tool because this is really just a tool that many mentors of mine are mentioning. Like I not just mentor, I believe every mentor of mine that I have been listening to has been mentioning that when you are not sure of are you capable of going after your dreams, borrow my faith in you, right? Or borrow my belief in you. And what does this mean? So now I actually, where does this come from? So unfortunately, all of us, and I'm not going to say most of us because it's all of us. We are when we are going through our lives, most of the time, when we are stuck in our tracks regarding any kind of success, it's because of this scarcity mindset. So it's always fear. Fear is always behind of that, right? And though that fear can be in a sense of fear of failure, fear of success, fear of not being good enough, of being judged, not being accepted, any kind of fear can actually stop us. And most of the time, we are not even aware of that. And usually, that fear starts with one simple type of fear, and then it just builds on and on and on. And then it's a big pile of something that really scares us, and we are just so close-minded about certain things, right? And we actually can't explain why. And the interesting thing is, and I truly do believe in this, and that is that whatever comes to your mind, whatever desire you have, you are capable of achieving it. So if that is of becoming financially completely free, yes, you are capable of achieving it. If that means of you wanted to start your own business, being your own boss, yes, you are completely capable of achieving it. If you want to buy a house, yes, you are completely capable of achieving it. If you want to start a family, yes, you are completely capable of achieving it. So everything that comes to our mind, whatever um, desire we have and is born, is the like a backside of that desire is yes, you are capable. So now most of us, we don't even give ourselves permission to even say our desires out loud, or God forbid make a first step, or doing some kind of research or even talk about it, because we are ashamed or afraid that we are not going to be successful or that people are going to judge us. And this is where somebody who has been through those emotions and through those stages, and somebody who has been doing the steps toward similar desire, can look back and tell you, okay, I know you are capable. Okay, I know you can do this. And this is what it means when it comes to this, okay, borrowing somebody else's faith in you or belief in you. So it doesn't mean that you're going to take over their belief and their faith. You cannot. Of course, those are their beliefs, their faith. You have your own. However, sometimes your own belief inside in you and faith in you is buried deep, 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 deep behind beneath those pile of fears, right? That are just stuck on top of each other. And this is where you don't see yourself clearly. You diminish yourself, you don't love yourself most of the time, and you just don't see your capabilities clearly. But somebody else outside who knows you maybe a little bit better, or somebody who has been through those motions and knows that it's not that a big of a deal like you think it is, because we usually overthink and then we just spiral into making things more complicated than it's supposed to be. And that person can actually really help you, because that person comes from the point of view where can see you or the situation more clearly than you can see it. And this is where you just need that leap of faith. And that just means for those first steps, right? And means for that leap of faith for you to start doing something. And once you start doing something, when you take the first step and then the second step and then the third step, you're going to be okay. Well, guys, I can do this. This is not that difficult. It happened to me when I started this channel. My first video was, I explained that before, was like I did it because I actually was so afraid being seen. And I thought, like, with all of these channels here on YouTube, nobody's going to see this and I'm going to delete it after a week. I didn't even manage to wait for that long. I wanted to delete it after a few days, right? And if you listen to my videos before, you know the story. And then just one person told me, okay, you are inspiring. That one person had a faith in me that I didn't have at that point. And that faith, I actually borrowed her faith, and I was like, okay, I'm inspiring for you. So, okay, you see me from different perspective. Because really, I thought that whatever I'm talking here, it's not going to be of any use to anybody, and who's going to listen to me? Like, oh, this is just another chick who is just um, telling her own stories, right? And that one person listened, and that one person said that it was inspiring for her. So I was like, okay. And that was my borrowing belief and borrowing faith in me, my first one. And this actually, compiled into from me starting that first video, which was the most difficult one. Then the second one, it was still difficult, but not that much. The third one, the fourth one, and now I believe I have over 80 videos, right? And it just came, and now the way that I'm talking right now, it's completely different from my first videos, and you can go and check it out. It was not that fine. Please do not be, too critical, but it's a work in progress. And every other video that I make, I was more and more confident and I had more belief in myself. So this is what that means, borrowing beliefs. Okay, and I hope that this makes sense to you. But please do not be confused about allowing, because this reply on my post was something like, okay, there is two different things, and that is caring for a person and then taking their beliefs. And again, this is not about taking somebody else's belief regarding something. This is just borrowing somebody else's belief regarding you when you are in a state of being frozen, being stuck, and you don't know how to move forward because of your scarcity mindset. Okay. And of course, everything in your life starts and ends with you. So you are always in charge. Nobody can push you to do something. Nobody can force you to do something if you do not allow that. Okay, so it's always you allowing something. And this is going to maybe be difficult for some people to hear, but yeah, you are in charge of yourself. If you're going to put one hand up or down, it's completely up to you, and your decision is the one that is being made, because you are not a robot. You are not programmed by somebody else, and no somebody, you're not like a doll, right? You're supposed to think with your own head. So yeah, borrowing somebody else's beliefs is actually a really neat tool when you are in that's the kind of situation when you are stuck and you need another, just a little bit more wind in your wings for you to fly. And it's a really great tool. And the similar tool is also having other people support. And again, I have to really, really emphasize that these two are just tools. it's not, I mean, it's advisable and it's really recommended and it's really nice to have other people's support and of course other people believing in you for you to have a nice and happy and fulfilled life, but it's not necessary. So you can have a happy, fulfilled life, and joyous life without other people's support and without other people's belief in you. But the truth is, when you are having a life like that, when you are on that completely positive state and having that positive energy all around you actually, then you have everything falls into the place. You have those tools at your hands if you need them. The thing is, again, about you. Where are you in your mental state and in your mindset? Are you more prone to negative and going into negative and pessimistic thinking and really being focused on what doesn't work, what overwhelms you in your life, what makes you stressful? Or are you more open to opportunities and things that could go right? And when shit happens, okay, let's see what I can learn from that, and what did this teach me? So how do you see your obstacles? How do you see your troubles in your life? Do you see them from positive aspect of, let's see how we can move forward from that and learn from that, and let's see how we can learn something that, so we don't have to keep doing this anymore, right? Or are you going to be, oh, again this, again that, I'm so pissed off, I feel like this, I'm so down, I'm so depressed? So this is actually, I would say, the step number one in your life. Not the step number Deciding would be step number two. Step number one is understanding where you are, actually understanding where you are. And then after that, this kind of tool actually comes really neatly for you when you want to go for something and you're really scared of that. Okay, I hope that this is understandable for you, that I explained this really good. I did my best. But yeah, please do write in comments what you think. When was the time when you had to borrow somebody else's belief in you, and how did that ended up for you? And yeah, hit like, hit subscribe, and share my videos. And I'm going to do my best to explain this subject in a better in with better analogies, maybe in one of my next videos, if there is a need for that, of course. Okay, have a great day and see you on my next video. For now, bye bye.